Greetings, Weil alumni. I'm Rob Powell. I'm the Director of Pro Bono and Corporate Responsibility in the London office, and I'm delighted to be hosting this edition of the Weil Alumni newsletter. In 2020, we had a record-breaking year on the pro bono front, and our community efforts in response to the pandemic showed no bounds. And this year promises to be even bigger and better. I'm delighted to be joined by Anthony Murphy, an esteemed alumni who we welcome back to the Weil Alumni newsletter, who's going to discuss with me his career so far since leaving Weil, and also what he's doing now and plans for 2021 and beyond. So welcome back, Anthony. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Thank you, Rob. Happy New Year. Great to see you again. Hopefully we can meet up again in person soon.
Absolutely. So for our viewers, Anthony, can you just give us an overview of what you've been up to since you left Weil?
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, it's an interesting question. It does remind me of going up in front of the headmaster trying to explain myself. So I'll try and keep it short and keep it defensible. So my time is back on in eons past. I trained at Weil. I specialised in securitization, working in Jackie Kelly's group. I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to be seconded to Citigroup, doing hedge fund financing. And so I worked for a few banks, Citi and Best Earns, and at JP Morgan doing hedge fund financing and prime brokerage finance. At my time at JP, I was fortunate enough to further my understanding and passion for social finance. At my time at Weil, I did a lot of pro bono, but at around 2008, 2007, JP were investing in products with double or triple bottom line, so that made market return, but also generated positive environmental, societal externalities. I found this concept fascinating. So after my time at JP Morgan, I was fortunate enough to set up an advisory firm called Prime Advocates, which I've been working in for the last 9 years, which seems an incredibly long time to be doing one thing, but it's really has flown by. At the time when we set up Prime, the market was much younger and newer to the concept of sustainability and ESG. And our mission at Prime Advocates is to grow that marketplace, to enable and encourage firms to be more sustainable and impactful, and to remove the barriers that inhibit those firms who are seeking to be impactful from achieving those goals, while also generating market returns. So I've really been working around Prime, and our primary area of focus is we provide legal advice and business strategy and ESG impact advice. But as we're not for profit, we're fortunate enough to work with you and a few other leading firms to develop and run programs helping some of the most innovative social enterprises and firms in the world be more impactful. So we're very fortunate to have the opportunity to do that, and we're very grateful for the support that Weill's giving us since the inception of Prime Advocates 9 years ago.
Brilliant, Anthony. And it's been a really organic journey for you to get to this point. Can you just tell us a little bit more about Prime Advocates and maybe some of the programs that you run?
Thank you, Robert. So essentially Prime is a bit of an oddity. If you looked, we're actually one of the few, if not the only, UK regulated not-for-profit law firms. So actually all our profits are utilised to fund our programs. And we specialise in venture work and sustainability work. But we also provide business strategy, writing research papers for Arts Council England, and funding artists, studios, collectors, and provide ESG impact measurement support for asset managers and corporates as they embed ESG and impact into their business models. So we're a bit of a weird oddity. That expertise allows us to partner with and work with fantastic global law firms like Weil to leverage off their infrastructure and the market's infrastructure to remove barriers that are inhibiting sustainability from being applied, and use the markets, financial markets, and products to be more impactful. So one of our leading programs that was incubated and founded with Weil is our women-focused, gender-focused accelerator for Women of Impact. It supports women-led, women-empowering social enterprises. We've been running for 5-6 years now. Weil's our Keystone partner. We have a number of other leading firms involved now, like Sherman Sterling, Aitken Gump, and Goldman Sachs in the past. And we have provided thousands of hours, 3,000-4,000 of hours of targeted pro bono support to some of the best, most innovative women-led, women-empowering social enterprises in the UK and abroad. And we're very fortunate to be able to provide not only pro bono, but upskilling resources around governance and theory of change and investment readiness to those enterprises. We have other programs, similarly supported by Weil. We have our Social Finance Hot Desk platform, which is an aggregator of bespoke pro bono, working with about 8 to 9 global law firms, again, enabling them to do more, which is really our methodology. We have access to lots of innovation, and processes, and impact and methodology, but we really recognize the power of traditional finance, and we want to leverage off the expertise and passion of our partners, like firms like Weil, to ensure that expertise can be utilized to do further good in the markets in the world. We have a new initiative that we're incredibly excited about talking about, which is Inclusion Asset Management, which is a finance-first fund, which we're in the midst of developing currently with support from Weil. That fund has a really simple concept. The concept is that great business ideas and opportunities are representative of our society, and our society is a diverse one. However, unfortunately, there is a misallocation of capital in the marketplace for various reasons, and we seek to remove that by investing and supporting the best, most innovative enterprises founded by and run by and supporting underrepresented groups in society.
Fantastic, Anthony. It's been a real journey these last 9 years for you and for Prime Advocates. What does the future hold? What plans have you got in 2021 and beyond?
It's, as Rob knows, I always have quite a few plans, which is a bit of a running joke between us. And actually, this is something I will hope to follow up with you on after our call, Rob. But some of our key programs, which have been running for a number of years, like our Women of Impact Accelerator and Social Hot Desk, we're looking to consolidate them with a number of leading firms, and there's some initiatives to do that to ensure that their legacy remains solidified in the marketplace and continues to provide impact. There is a massive shift and transition, effectively an ESG gold rush that's occurring in the marketplace. And we've been leading and advocating for traditional firms in the financial services industry and markets to be involved in that gold rush. So we help with training and understanding around interpretation and adoption of ESG factors, so running conferences and leadership, but also helping them by embedding ESG within their strategic and policy frameworks as firms. So that will continue, and there'll be a lot of focus on that as an advisory house. I already mentioned Inclusion Asset Management, which is our first and will be a large institution-focused hedge fund. Our first strategy will be a receivable trade finance-focused strategy, which we're in the midst of finalising and putting out to market. So I think those are some of our key focuses for this year. We have some other initiatives, but I think executing all those alone would be enough.
Well, I think that would be a very big year if you execute all of those things, Anthony. As always, a real pleasure to catch up with you. And thank you for joining us for this edition of the Weil Alumni Newsletter. And I look forward to seeing you very soon.
Fantastic speaking, Robin. Thank you again personally for your support and for the support from Weil. Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.